So great to have you today with us. And this is Sunday News Special, and it can never be different from what you've been having, but a very special package indeed today, Sunday. I am Miriam Ekbutu, and of course with me, Juju. Okay, today is going to really be an interesting package.
Yeah.
But just before we unveil what we have for you here, let's take the headlines. President Bola Tinubu calls for suspension of nationwide protest, so dialogue.
What does it take to manage 16 wives? A KBC 45 crew traveled to a Tinan local government area to seek answers.
Governor Moin allowed peaceful conduct of PDP chairmanship councillorship primaries, commends Akwa Ibom youth for shunning nationwide protests.
We will also bring you a report as reporter x-rays health benefits of jackfruits.
Details of all this and all the very interesting stories in just a moment. Stay with us. So good to have you back with us, and we start with the presidential broadcast today. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called for suspension of the nationwide protest, tasking Nigerians to embrace a dialogue. The President said this today in his nationwide broadcast. President Tinubu noted that Nigeria is a prosperous nation where each person should enjoy peace, freedom, and meaningful livelihood, but regretted the fact that people are facing untold hardship. He said despite the current situation, there is need to eschew violence and destruction, but work together to build a bright future where every Nigerian can live with dignity and prosperity. The president lamented the loss of lives in Borno, Kano, Kaduna, and other states, as well as property destroyed during the protest. While commiserating with the families and relations of those who died in the protest, the president called for a stop in further bloodshed, violence, and destructions, enjoining Nigerians to accept dialogue. The president listed numerous achievements his administration has attained in the areas of agriculture, health sector, power infrastructure, among others, assuring Nigerians of his commitment to a better Nigeria. Well, did I say I was completely, taken aback from, the presidential speech? Juliet and viewers, the president actually failed to address what the protesters are protesting
crying
for. You coming out to address the nation shows you should at least said in the area of this I'm going to do this, in the area of that I'm going to do that. But the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually failed to do all that. Rather is calling on Nigerians. The question is, why did you wait this far to bring us? Why should we be fighting for what is supposed to be our right? We fight for minimum wage. At the end of it, I said 70,000 is a proof that cannot buy a bag of rice. And now you said you've done so much in the area of agriculture, power sector. Yes, that's true. Now we have what is called Ban A, where you have to pay through your nose. to have electricity, to have power in your house. And so we never had all this before. Now we have band A, band B, band this, band that. So it's an achievement. And now a bag of rice can go for as much as 90,000. Is an achievement in agriculture. You know, a cup of gari is gone for 500 and 300 naira. It's an achievement. And so we are actually in the health sector, you know, people are paying through their nose is an achievement. So everything is an achievement. But the question is, why did you wait for, you know, people to take to the street before you come out to say we should dialogue? You heard about this protest long ago before now. You should have called for dialogue before now.
Miriam,
and a lot of people are being arrested, you know, forcefully, especially in Kano.
Miriam, you know, you should ask, you know, before people protest, they have reasons for it.
That's why I'm saying that he failed to address those, you know, reasons why people go on the street to say this is what we want.
And it has gotten to the level that people are dying.
Actually.
Because of the hunger.
Nobody is happy in this country. I don't know. Even the rich also cry. Well, let's go to the next story. Thank God. I think the headlines. Governor was commending the youth for. Okay.
Let's hear this. Governor Moino has commended the Akwa Ibom people for remaining peaceful during the just concluded People's Democratic Party chairmanship and councillorship primaries in the state. He was speaking at Nsadibium Local Government Secretariat, Ikode Dibon, shortly after the PDP's primaries in the area. The governor thanked Akwa Ibom people for taking part in the primaries without violence, as well as remaining peaceful during the ongoing national protests in the country. A Government House reporter, Patience John, tells us more.
Well, so sorry, we are unable to get the clips of that, the visuals of that story. But like we said earlier on the headlines, the governor commended Akwa Ibom youth
people.
for, you know, Akwa Ibom people, especially the youths.
Of course, we are peaceful people.
For not partaking in the nationwide strike. So I think Akwa Ibom State is is listed as one of the states that did not participate. I actually, protesting is not really bad.
It's not bad.
But the way to go about it is what counts, actually. But kudos to Akwa Ibom youth, since they did not see any need to actually...
Are you saying they don't see any need?
What will I say? There was no need. Our governor is trying in agriculture. Our governor is trying in so many things, and is making
streamlining things.
So things will fall into pleasant places for everyone in this Akwa Ibom state.
Akwa Ibom state,
yes,
that's for sure.
This is God's own state, so we don't need trouble. You know, where the children of God are, there is always what? Peace. That's what you use in knowing. So when the leader, a good leader, leads, when the righteous is on the throne, the people do what? The people rejoice. So that's what we are having here in Akwa Ibom State. We will keep rejoicing and we will keep enjoying
the peace.
So we invite you to come to Akwa Ibom State and invest and live in Akwa Ibom, because we are very peaceful. We have a whole lot of things, a whole lot of places for you to, you know, put your money and you'll be sure. You know, all the Igbo brothers in Lagos that are having trouble, please come to Akwa Ibom State. We have land to give to you. All right, the next story now. The saying that one man's meat is another man's poison is absolutely true, as what one cherishes may not entice others. The case of Mr. Elijah Joseph Attad, a native of Nkaniman in Etinan local government, is a typical example of the above phrase, one man's meat. While men with one wife and very few children are lamenting how to feed and cater for their household. Elijah Attah married a total of 16 wives. 12 left on their own, while 4 are with him till today, with a total of 24 children. When a reporter, Eyageno Paul, heard of Mr. Elijah, of course, trust her, she decided to find her way to Itinan to find out how this man is coping with 4 wives still living, 24 children, and unfortunately, who do not know their real mothers, because these children are taken from their mother from the age of 3 months of birth to other wives. So let's just hear the report, and when we come back, we want to hear what your feelings are like.
The story of Mr. Elijah Joseph Attah, a man with many wives and children, as well as the circumstances surrounding the swapping of his children at birth to his co-wives, took yours truly to Nkaniman in Itinan local government area. On arrival, our team was received by Elijah, who treated us to delicious local delicacies before narrating the story of his life as a polygamist.
I mean, Dr. Elijah Joseph Attah, Ntungana, Tom and Kamaran Kaira War, when I'm one gag with you and get big again to Nang. Valora, Rosa Banga, Color Yin, Rosa Young Anita, Color Yin, Rosa Young Anita, Color Yin, Rosa Young Anita.
Elijah told us that he had 16 wives, 4 left but without their children, 8 had no children and left, while 4 are still with him and their 24 children. We sought to know from him the need for that number of wives and how he coped with his marital responsibility to them.
And the Ibani now, the Edong, Ediacon, the Tom Moik a war, you buy the young Ageka up till now. Ramama, Manja Boram, Capan Noram, Nong Boram, Madam, Capan Noram. Ama money, my 3 months, mebo. I the impossible, what I got my info, for the Aka one. The army in the 24 children, and came, Jim Maginaba. A friend mommy, a man on mission man, I was younger than Namatian, they were not Nsa, but I can't win.
The other room, so for saying I'm the Tom Cable, I meet of a friend more.
About away with the material bonomo, I was young to say no. I mean, I mentioned the joke of Mano, Mano, you other no, a job. Liama, I get Janidiama. I feel just more down on young one, that got not an Araja. Am I Raya? I mean, one can get him.
Elijah is a Christian, a big palm oil producer who has thousands of hectares of oil palm fruits, which generate at least 2 million naira monthly palm oil, and also an embalmer since 1981.
Then I'm the Calabagan, the Maway told you. I make it be 140 million told you. You make it to be done and call you 50. You did get younger 50, and I need 100 robbers, which is 10 drums. At the end of the month, I give me 2 million.
The 4 remaining wives of Elijah, Imabong, Ekaite, Abigail, and Idoreyin, narrated their experiences being Elijah's wives and the raising children from other wives. They spoke of their cooking method, the intimate needs of their husband.
I forget the Daniel would have been married on Biofin. I don't go on Biofin, and our Indian minimum. We marry on Buiro, Mimbumbo, Kenya, Guinea Emperor. Men on Sense Yang said I can me, who said I can win a woman or Sia. So say they made it. Yes, in your news and I'm saying, oh, Margaret, and you didn't any day make it.
I mean, the one doctor, a young one. Sitting dorming. I mean, my young again, are wrong one fit. And none see, I made young boom boy of us India. And Mataman and feel idiot. I made on feel Indian. But I mean, none did answer again and door me and woman. You, dear, are Mugan and infinitely bell. And I understand.
They say I'm timetable.
Timetable, now, we're going to rubo for being off for a putting at the open and near Cadito. Come to home, need on Kuffer. Fon. Canada, Aribo, a car I give you the Saupuno, we are a Koyapun.
I mean, do a young one am more now. I get you reading domin. Mad on that Kenya, I don't know Iban Fin. Due to Nanya Kama family mo, Nonkat. Now, Moike Buno, then Toika. A Tindiri I see your kid, a friend mon, Togoyan. Edia, Tararokanam, I mean, bouquet, there will be no problem. Kenya doing. Regrets, Tayin fell, you know, in disappoint. Don't get the young, don't get on ye. Manayan, I can't Mbopayan, make back at him. Non doeka. He doesn't nagan kid up. Mamma nagan room. Iban man go my room maker. I'm more kama. I'm more on Lydia. Even the door safe. You don't remember. I put it out, Rubo and me, Mocha.
I say, I'm just saying, any time table, said
I enjoy.
Some children of Mr. Elijah that talked about not knowing their biological mothers and whether they will follow their father's footsteps in maintaining polygamy.
We have never quarreled before.
Okay, how many wives do you want your husband to marry?
I want my husband to marry only me.
Yeah, I don't want my husband to marry 4 wives. Only me alone is okay.
So according to him, he's not married to 4 wives, he's married to about 2 wives. So about 4 a year pregnant. And when I was 10, I did not tell him no more. My mom, Sunday, I said to cook next week, second wife, third week, third wife, and that's like that. So I might not be able to be like him. I intend to marry one with you.
We also met and spoke with the superintendent of Christ Freedom, the committed member, about polygamy.
Not like
What do you as a person think about Elijah's decision and polygamy? And do you agree with Well, choose the path you can take to the end, provided it makes you happy. Eyageno Paul, A. Kebisinians.
Actually, God told the father of Abraham did not actually put it into practice because he only had man is trying to practicalize what God told Abraham. That I will make. I don't know. Children and wives were actually so to say, and so I think the man is trying to get back to the basics.
To marry
Yeah. The important thing is that they understand themselves and the wives likes it, they enjoy it, and so one man's meat is very poisonous to me because attending
from
it's really it means they are not and bad governance, change of prices of goods, it's not affecting
much in agriculture.
Yes, that's a change. That's the achievement.
Yes,
and it's an achievement. Okay.
Wife of a Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor to prioritizing the well-being of girls by promoting good menstrual hygiene practices, access to menstrual products, and regular menstrual education. Pastor Patience was speaking during a campaign on menstrual health hygiene for select girls drawn from Kap Ikorekbene, Eket, and Uyo senatorial districts. The event was organized by the National Association of Akwa Ibom, Nakibom USA, in collaboration with her NGO to provide a year's supply of sanitary pads for hundreds of Akwa Ibom children. Margaret Bassey reports.
Represented by Special Assistant to the Governor on Special Duties, Mrs. Ann Abraham, the Governor's wife thanked Nakibom USA for sharing in her vision of a world where menstrual hygiene is prioritized, understood, and respected. The state's First Lady, who described the campaign by the association as patriotic, reiterated her commitment to empowering, educating, supporting, and encouraging girls to navigate their transformative years into confident and smart adults.
And to the National Association of Akwa Ibom in the United States of America, NAKIBOM, your contribution and collaboration with Golden Initiative for All on this project goes beyond financial support. The vision of a world where menstrual hygiene and respected. Thank you for believing in this cause and for being a vital part of our community. We look forward to the continued partnership and the positive impact we can achieve.
The president of Nakibom USA, Mr. Enyema Anamdu, and the chairperson of the board of directors, their corporate social responsibility, difference in the lives of indigent girls, and thank JIFA as well as other supporters for playing pivotal roles to the success of the event. The Jew who lauded Governor Moino for his visionary and compassionate leadership through the Arise agenda, promised to mobilize Akwa Ibom people in the instituted by the governor to make life meaningful for citizens.
I want to let you know that we will continue to campaign for JIFA. We will continue to campaign for all the programs that are here instituted by our governor to make the lives of the people of Accra.
The Director of Healthcare Services, Nakibom USA, Dr. Eno Akpandak, while delivering a health talk, tasked the girls to maintain proper menstrual hygiene by changing their sanitary pads every 6 hours, abstaining from premarital sex to avoid unwanted pregnancy and diseases.
You have to wash your hands before and after using menstrual products. You have to change your menstrual products. Area clean. Discard used menstrual products properly.
Goodwill messages were received from stakeholders of the 3 senatorial districts who applauded Nakibom for girls with information and sanitary pads to last for a year.
Just keep yourself clean.
Thank you for not forgetting your roots.
That what you we will continue. It will not stop in a and your name has been taken down. You will continue to have support.
High points of the ceremony, which took place at the Civic Center, Ekbarakwa, Orowanam local government area, Eket local government council hall respectively, was the distribution of the sanitary kits to the girls. Margaret Bassey, EKBC News.
All right, thank you so much, Nakibo, about the girls, and thank into your heart. These children need to be trained and educated how to take care of themselves, especially during so much.
This is prioritizing the well-being of not just the girls, not just the women, everybody. We pray that God will continue to help her to do more.
All right, we'll take a short break now. When we come back, the story continues. Stay with us. Yeah, so great to have you back on the new special. Been making to your diet. Also, you are not have been cutting into a 2020 Gallup poll, 23% eating less meat. Lentils, beans, and tofu are well-known meat substitutes. There is a fruit. Since plant-based diets are on everyone's lips these days, it's no surprise that jackfruit will become top Dick's L&D and the New York City best author of Read It Before You Eat It, taking research such as several health benefits. It is a healthy source of vitamin C and other essential nutrients. Eyagenopol in the following report sought the opinion of a nutritionist on the health of this with different names. The report.
Fruit, native of southwest India and belongs to the Moraceae plant family, which also includes multiberries, figs, and breadfruit. Known in this part as fig, vine, and manna, jackfruit is large with a thick yellow-flesh edible seeds and pods. It has a sweet, distinctive flavor which some people describe as a cross between banana and pineapple. And due to its fibrous texture, people often use jackfruit flesh as a meat substitute in vegetarian or vegan dishes. This report therefore explores some of the potential health benefits, nutritional content, risk, considerations, and how to add jackfruit to the diet. It is worthy of note that jackfruit has been consumed since ancient times, according to research, and there are two varieties of jackfruit, firm, which is crunchier and considered to be higher quality, and soft, which and a sweeter flavor. Jackfruit is often used as a substitute for pulled meat. Its stingy texture is said to resemble pulled pork, and it's often used as such by vegans and vegetarians. What do people here know about this delicious fruit?
Fig. If I eat it, if I say I'm like it, I will eat it. I don't know.
Okay, it's a nice fruit. I like it. You always do sweet. It always do sweet. It tastes like banana, right? It's very good for your body. It's fruit now, right? It's fruit.
I don't know.
According to home economist Dr. Alizeto, 1 cup of sliced jackfruit offers 157 calories, 1 gram fat, 30 grams carbohydrate, 2.8 grams protein, and 2.5 grams of fiber. It acts as an antimicrobial agent, works as antifungal properties, helps in wound healing, shows anti-inflammatory properties. It helps lower blood glucose, shows anti-cancer properties, reduces blood pressure, helps in digestion, and kill worms.
It is highly nutritious. It is vegetarian meat. In fact, when you eat jackfruit, the likes of the chicken, jackfruit is called in Ibibio fig, but actually that is not fig. Fig is very tiny, smaller, but jackfruit is very big and it droops down because of how big it is. Jackfruit is a native of India. It boosts memory, it enhances vision, so you can see very well, and it protects your eyes from having cataracts. And it is heart friendly. It regulates your blood, and then it prevents you from suffering from anemia because of the iron and potassium content of it. Even magnesium is equally there. It's very good for bones. Jackfruit is equally skin friendly. Prevents you from premature aging.
Jackfruit is not consumed fleshy only. The seeds are edible and delicious. The seeds can be added to cooked dishes. You can also use the seed flour in sugar, and charred jackfruit can be added to salads and curries or cooked with other vegetables. Dried jackfruit pulp is used to make jackfruit chips.
Then one good important thing about jackfruit is that both the fleshy part of and the seed are all edible, and they contain very high nutrients. It contains a high calorie, and that calorie is good. It's very useful for health. They use it for several dishes. I personally use it to cook rice. When I cook my rice and the rice is almost cooked, I place it on the rice and oil into it and other nutrients, and so I take it like snacks equally. So you can eat it like snack. You can take it anytime, any day, and it's good for everybody, both adults, youth, and children.
Like they say, everything that has advantage has a disadvantage. If you experience any side effects after consuming jackfruit, contact your healthcare provider immediately. If you are suffering from any kidney condition or specific allergies, consult your doctor about what foods and vegetables to avoid.
Then the disadvantage is that if you eat it raw, the raw seed can cause harm to health, can intoxicate you because of the high cyanide content and other acid that is in it. Secondly, because it is tasty, you can't finish a whole big jackfruit, so you eat food in moderation.
Lovers of jackfruit should also follow the health benefits as well as the precautionary measures in order to stay healthy. In other words, consume jackfruit with care, either as a veg or meat in your daily diet. Eyageno Paul, KBC News.
Wow. Yeah, I'm telling you. Honestly, I think I'll go look for it tomorrow. Dr. Ali said strengths are found in you can substitute it for meat, and that it has fruits, mango in it.
So all the nutrition,
mango, banana, and just eat 3 in it. So I think it's better we go look for it.
Is discovered this because I remember when I was very they used to ignore.
I've never eaten it. I've never tested it before.
Now that
from the queen of
the nutritionist of lost. Use it with your right.
Nutritionist, Dr. Alice, the flavor of
don't have chicken
to cook.
And it's good there to refresh yourself. You want to have a clear eyesight.
Yeah,
a citadel of learning, Diplomats Academy, located off Videre Road, Uyo, has held its end of year celebration. The events, which held at the school sports ground, featured awards of certificates to graduating students as well as recognition of outstanding staff of the academy.
Activities marking the celebration of the end of 2023-2024 academic session started with a carnival float through major streets of Uyo metropolis. The principal consultant to the academy, Professor Isaac Ayondele, in his speech at the event, commended staff and parents. Academic challenges in the country remain committed to the educational advancement of their children, while parents and stakeholders of the school, Professor Ayondele congratulated who performed creditably in the just concluded Abacus Mathematics competition and 2024 JAM examinations.
To appreciate our beloved parents, in spite of the state of the economy, in spite of the state of the nation, you are able to celebrate your children. And because you have done this, may you all remain celebrities in Jesus' name. Amen. Over the years, we've enjoyed your cooperation, your support. Even in the midst of challenges, you've been. I appreciate you so much.
The President's welcome remarks said the school attained the feat in academic performance through the commitment of staff, the support of pupils and students. Mrs. Sisong Achibong also applauded parents for the encouragement and participation in the activities of the day, assuring that the school has begun admission into the 2024-2025 academic session.
It tells you that it's a result of the commitment of the staff, and the children have to this point.
The Director, Administration of the Diplomat Academy, Elder Fidelis Utubim, turning up for the event and commended the staff and students for notes. The Best Graduating Students 2023-2024 academic session, Mfoniso Anefio Udoro, and a pupil in the school, has this to say.
I realized that the discipline I am receiving
very nice.
Students of the academy participated in various dance, news. High points of the events were presentation of gifts to best graduating students, King and Queen.
Well, it's really good to catch them. Congratulations to the graduates. And so we go to this that Akwa Ibom people for remaining peaceful, democratic politicianship and councillorship primaries in the state. He was speaking at Nsri Ubium shortly the area. The people for taking part violence as well during the ongoing in the country. A Government House reporter.
From the 31 local government areas, the governor expressed joy and satisfaction at the conduct of the people during the exercise. He attributed the hitch-free primaries to the peaceful nature of Akwa Ibom people, advising those nominated during the primaries to be good ambassadors of the party and offer selfless services when
these things have been done very peacefully. He allowed democratic process to take place. All of you went back to your wards. You brought your people, showing us we didn't need to copy from Srubium. Thank you for making me proud. This chairman that God has brought to us is a child of God. And we trust that God will see us through the process. He will be formally elected and the affairs of the local government.
Also speaking on the national protest, Governor Moino praised Akwa Ibom people, especially the youth, for not being violent, as reported in some parts of the country. He thanked the security agencies for living up to their responsibilities and with good governance.
And I'd like to thank our youth since time, our youth, our women, our elders, our students. We'd like to thank them for their understanding. Things are tough in the country, we all know that. The people have made their voices heard, and government at all levels, I believe, are going back to the drawing board to see how we can lead our people out of the current situation. For us in Akwa Ibom, we are looking at what to do to continue to support our people. As a matter of fact, I'm meeting with the strata of youth leadership, female, male, women, so that we can discuss together on Monday. We believe we'll continue to pour in the best we can to provide jobs for our young people, to continue to ensure that we put food on the table of our citizenry.
The political leader of Uyo Senatorial District, Senator Ifyong Ba, said that the candidate mentioned people.
It is worth informing you, Your Excellency, that our people, the people of Srubium, are your own people, and they are solidly behind you and your administration. The candidates we produce, if you see the quality of council
announcing the results of the chairmanship primaries for Nsrubium chapter of the PDP, the returning officer, Mr. Nsika Kobo, declared Mr. Alfred Charles winner through unanimous vote of all the accredited delegates at the election. The emerging PDP candidate for Nsrubium local government, Mr. Alfred Charles, thanked the governor, stakeholders, and members of the PDP for choosing him to fly the party's flag, pledging to serve the people conscientiously. Patience John, AKBC News.
Yes, that's where we probably will draw the curtain. You know, I have said earlier, today is the fourth is experiencing it. Other states are experiencing it. People are dying. Some states have been declared 24 hours curfew, but are quite because we have a righteous says when the right rejoice. So everyone that wants to improve the environment, they don't hesitate to come to
peaceful conduct of the chairmanship
and councillor
is commendable. We are known for.
All right. We are known for joining us on the news. Juliet.
Thank you very much. Night rest.
And from me, it's good night.